I'm excited about Mega Greninja, and so should you be. For those of you who don't know, very recently leaks came out regarding some cards from the new Ninja Spinner set, supposedly coming out in the May block for Pokemon TCG in 2026. Now, we don't have any information about the actual English set aside from these leaks, so take this with a bit of salt. It might not be real. But this Greninja here that has been shown, I'm very excited about because of a single ability. When I was talking to my friends about Mega Greninja getting released, I really wanted a spiritual successor to Greninja Break. It was one of my favorite decks to play when I was a kid, with its giant water shuriken ability allowing you to discard a basic water energy from your hand and place 6 damage counters anywhere. That deck was extremely fun and extremely oppressive, allowing for you to set up very interesting all over the place board states and games. And we've just seen the exact reprint of that ability, much to my delight. On this Mega Greninja card here, 350 HP Water type Stage 2 Mortal Shuriken. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may discard a basic water energy from your hand in order to use this ability. Place 6 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. But this allows for a lot of huge, very exciting setup plays. The attack is nothing to scoff at as well. I don't think it's great. Ninja Spinner 120, you may put a water energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand and have it do 80 more damage. It's a little underpowered, 200 damage ain't nothing crazy in the current format. It's very reminiscent of the Moonlight Slash Greninja that used to be in format with the Break Greninja. Moonlight Slash did 60 damage, returning water energy from your hand and doing 20 more damage, which at the time was about a 2-shot. This is also about a 2-shot. I'm just very excited about this ability. I've seen a couple people make deck lists, but I don't think they're doing it right. I think Greninja has a very good partner that people are missing, and I just wanted to throw this deck list out there into the world as fast as possible because I think it has some potential here. So this right here is my Mega Greninja deck list. So what are we looking at exactly? This deck looks to be a little much. We have 2 Stage 2 lines and a Stage 1 line, and 2 singular basics, but I want to go over all these here. The Mega Greninjas obviously are the point of the deck. We're going to be spreading out as much energy or damage as we can by discarding those energies, but it's never going to be our actual attacker. The real attacker we want here is Mega Lopunny. Scale thrust attack doing 60 damage plus another 170 if it moves into the active that spot. That has great synergy with that Mortal Shuriken ability that makes it so that Greninja wants to be in the active. Now, other great synergies here that we can use to achieve this: Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite also has a draw ability inside of its own evolution line. That Dragonair, if it has an energy attached to it, it lets you search for evolution Pokemon. In this case, we can grab whatever we want. Lopunny is another Dragonair, Greninjas, even the Dragonite. But we're really using it for Dragonite's ability, allowing you once per turn to swap a Pokemon in and out of the active as you please. We're going to use that in tangent with Surfing Beach, the stadium, which lets you do the same thing with one of your water Pokemon. Now, with a manual retreat from a card like Air Balloon, or even just discarding an energy, all of a sudden, you have yourself 3 switches in a single turn. That is 120 damage count, or 120 damage from the damage counter placement, plus the 230 from the Lopunny, putting you at about 350 damage per turn. That's crazy. That's ludicrous for effectively 1 energy on the attack and 2 energy on the discard that you can very easily recover with our recovery options here. We have Lana's Aid, 2 Stretcher, and 2 Energy Retrieval on the deck to get that all back. Now, what else do we have in here? We got the one of Fezandipity, of course. We have a Badoo for a setup. An interesting tech inclusion, I think, as well, is the Terra Greninja that EX, the fighting type. We're probably never going to be using Mirage Barrage, even though that is an option. What we're really using it for is Shinobi Blade. 170 damage for a single water energy, allowing you to search your card for a deck. That is a great attack. It's also going to cover the fighting weakness, which is going to get very common post-rotation, I think. Stuff like Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Manectric, both having big fighting weaknesses. Terrapogos as well also does. A lot to be hit there with fighting. Other tech inclusions, the one of Watchtower. Of course, I think most decks right now need to have a Watchtower in them. Normal type abilities, you're kind of running very rampant, so always being able to shut them down has won me games now, and it will win me games in the future. The other comment with the draw supporters, of course, for Lilies, we do not have an actual draw engine in this deck, aside from searching for evolutions with Dragonair. So Lilies is going to help us refresh our hand. Surfer, of course, also being a great draw supporter, allowing you to switch cards in and out of the active too. Honestly, might bump this up a little more from the Morty's Conviction. Morty's Conviction is really the only other draw supporter that is worth anything, but it's kind of mid. Honestly, I could see a 4-count of Surfer in here to increase your switching capabilities per turn, as well as drawing you more cards. So this is just a quick overall deck list. I wanted to get this idea out there because I think it's really neat. I think the initial builds I've been seeing of Greninja are missing this, and even though it's a little complicated, I think Dragonair definitely fixes a lot of the evolution search. Pokepad does as well. With your draw supporters, you should be able to find everything that you absolutely need. So I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy this deck list. I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.